Timur Göksel worked with the UN as a senior advisor and liaised with Hezbollah for more than 20 years. He says that Hezbollah, in its earliest incarnation in the 1980s, sought to turn Lebanon into an Islamic state. With time, it has modified that goal.
First of all, before you talk about Hezbollah, talk about the Shia community of Lebanon. Who are these people? Why did... Hezbollah is built on those people. Hezbollah is not it didn't come from outer space and landed in Lebanon. It grew up from those people. Who are these people? Why do they give... although they might not politically vote for Hezbollah, why did they line up behind it when trouble starts? Or the rich Shia expatriate who will hate Hezbollah as a political movement, right? Because these are worldly people, cosmopolitan people, travelers. They don't want to accept regulations. You cannot drink this, you cannot play that. No. But why does he give this annual zakat, the religious contribution that they have to do? Why does he give $500,000 without a receipt? Hezbollah like this. And says, this is for charity, not for your guns. Guns, get your money someplace else. These are for the poor Shia. Why do they do that? Before you understand the Hezbollah, you have to understand this mindset. What sustains this organization? It has become an identity before everything else. A Shia identity, which was always, these are the marginalized, immunized, neglected part of the country, population of the people. In 30 years, this is a revolution here. We are talking about revolutions. Here is the real one. When I came to the South, these were peasants, farmers. And now they have a say in national politics. They are not going to give that up. But they also know they got that there. They got there with Hezbollah guns, with Hezbollah's military prowess. They know that. And now we are telling them, okay, you got what you wanted. They didn't get what they want yet. And now give up your guns. So that's what I'm saying. Before we take on the Hezbollah, take on the people. Try to understand what makes them tick. Then you will get to the point. They decided that the UN is a foreign Western interest force that could only serve the Zionists in their minds. They just couldn't understand why European soldiers or from any place in the world will come to a place called Lebanon where everybody is busy killing each other and stand in the middle and call themselves peacekeeping. We said, that doesn't make sense. You must have an ulterior motive. Why are you here? And we said, no, well, these guys are here for peace. And they were laughing at us. What peace here? Right. So then I said, well, they said, then you must be Zionist imperialist agents. Me? Us? What are you talking about? But this went on like this. We had some very negative, we have some very nasty incidents, which culminated in the kidnapping and the murder of the American officer, Colonel Higgins, who was working with the UN. Those days, they really thought that that they were going to have an Islamic State of Lebanon. That was their goal in those days. They were not organized. They had no doctrine. And there's that famous Hezbollah letter of 1985, open letter that announced their goals. They were an underground movement. They had no public image. You don't know who you are talking with. All this changed after the Damascus Accord of 1990 between Amal and Hezbollah under the auspices of Syria and Iran. And then the mood changed in the South. They became public. They came out of the woodwork, so to speak. And after the Israeli assassination of Sheikh Abbas Musawi, who was the Secretary General of Hezbollah, his wife and his kid, of course, they're all killed. That is the turning point in Hezbollah. Right? But the real change came about, I think, in the whole UN-Hezbollah relations. When the young people from the South, who grew up with the UN soldiers in their villages, in their homes, it was a very friendly relationship. These kids who grew up in that environment, then they joined Hezbollah. After that point, they are not going to shoot the UN guys. They will think twice. That mood change, that was a very important change that people did not notice. Because then all of a sudden we have local guys who know the UN. Maybe somebody from his family works for the UN or something. So that changed everything. But it never became a close relationship. It is very easy to say, oh, we caught a Hezbollah ring smuggling cigarettes in the United States. Yeah, please, yeah. I mean, these people that we know here, they cannot even operate in Beirut, yeah. I mean, you can tell them from a mile away. Now, you expect me to believe that they go from here to North Carolina or something and buy American cigarettes and take them to Detroit. And come on, give me a break. But you have people there. Now, what I'm saying is, nobody is exported from here to run those activities there. But you do have sympathizers all over the world in the Shia communities. Of course they do. But to think that this has been run by a brain in Beirut, now that's funny. I mean, look at their media side. In 2006 war, I read American or Israeli newspapers. Hezbollah slick, sophisticated media operation. I'm saying, are we talking about the same organization? This is Stone Ages, yeah. They're archaic. They have no clue about media. Right, altogether, you know. But the media gave them more credit than they deserve. What do? You cannot even talk to the guys. They don't know how to run and this is called slick media operation. What's slick? It's as I said, Stone Ages. You are dealing with a very, not a monolithic organization by any sense, and there are a lot of currents inside of it, but a disciplined output with an amazing leadership, right? Who have decided that the initial goals of Islamic State of Lebanon is a dream, and that the only place, only time, only way this organization is going to survive and prosper is in Lebanese national politics.